Big season. And she's sitting in there with a 1-2 count. And will swing away and miss. And Jaylee Ojo gets a strikeout to start the game.
Yeah, really good mix of pitches there. You saw her keep it low for most of
Use the pitch to Kraft. There'll be a ball up high, and Kraft will start off with a walk. So runner on first for Minnesota. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be grounded over to third base to Avery Jackson to get out at second. And Strelo is able to beat out the throw to first. So only one out for the Hawkeyes. But now they go to first pitch to her is going to be flown out into right center field. Right fielder there going to make the play. So one walk in this inning, but 3 outs there for Ojo. A solid start, but she was able to get out of that. What did we see that was so successful from her?
Yeah, it's just all these players have seemed to have a good feel for it there today, as there's a pop-up right there and Baines out on a quick fly. But both these pitchers are working really quickly. They like where they're.
So she'll have to provide a lot of the hitting today, as Jenny Young will put that one in the left field for a base hit and get the Hawkeyes started with one away.
You talked about that momentum. You have to start it early, and for Iowa, get a couple of early hits.
9 games started. And Tori Bennett is going to lift that one in the left field, but too high and not enough power to get out of the ballpark there. Caught by the left fielder, Breezy Burnett.
Around playing first base today has been a good key part in her 4 years here at Iowa.
And she'll put that one up the middle, but fielded there by Minnesota. Jess Oakland with the out there. She'll throw the 1-2 and get her the check swing there, and she did go for the strikeout, her second strikeout of the game. Currently in 7th, like we said earlier. The 3-2 pitch will miss the zone inside, and Delaney Cox will be on first with the walk.
Yeah, and we talked about Ojo,
So here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and a strikeout there for Ojo.
Or feels like that.
Yeah, she's good at drawing swings and misses. We've seen earlier this inning, but Jones will ground that one through the center, and it will reach the outfield for a base hit for Minnesota. Their first of the day, 18 attempts. Minnesota would love to have her speed on base, and she will pop it up over into foul territory. The first baseman, Sammy Diaz, will make the play, and Iowa allowing 2 base runners there.
Line up like this today.
That's exactly right. She will ground that over to third base, and the throw will beat the runner. A great play there by the third baseman, Kayla Chavez from Minnesota, to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, great play by Chavez. Wasn't sure if she was going to make the play, but Klosterman was really chugging down the line there, and it was a tough play. Bang, bang, but great play there.
Counting for the high counts so far today, and the walk there for Devin Bowman. So just like last inning with 1 out, Iowa gets a base runner aboard. This time trying to take advantage. Yeah, Avery Jackson with a good game yesterday. 2 for 4 in a run, and she will put that in the left center field into the gap. That'll go down, and the runner will be safe at third. Devin Bowman all the way from first to third on that one. Here for the Hawkeyes. She's batting .200 this year. She'll drop down a bunt, and the throw at home, the play at the plate. That will get her. Devin Bowman tagged out at the plate. A great play there by Minnesota.
Yeah, great play by Macy Rich.
A lot of speed in the back of this Iowa lineup. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Richardson. That one will be swung on and missed, in the strikeout for Richardson to get her out of the inning and out of the jam on the bases. Still able to get 2 hits, including a double and an RBI, and she scored twice as she will launch that one back into left field. That's going back in, gone! A home run for Jess Oakland. Her 18th of the year, is now 1 away from the leader in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and she does what she does best right there. And like you said, try to work around her yesterday. Ojo was able to win the battle back in the first, but Oakland, you can't keep her down for too long.
Yeah, and that one launched in the left field. Klosterman looked at it for a little bit, but decided she had no play after a couple of steps. So Minnesota gets on the board first, 1-0. with no outs in the top of the third. And Taylor Kraft up to bat. The 2 home runs yesterday into Oakland. And the 1-0 in there. That'll be flown out in the center field. Baines making a run for it and will make the grab for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and I think Baines thought that was going to go a little.
Strelow's going to pop that up onto the right side, and the second baseman, Jenna Young, will come over and make the play. If she can get the out here with only allowing the 1 run. But she will miss up high, and Chavez will get on base.
Yeah, just a little bit too high there. With that pitch, I think she was looking to keep it a little bit more low.
And she'll sit in there for the first pitch. That'll be outside and get past the catcher. Kayla Chavez over to second base on that pass ball right there. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. That'll be ball 4, missing again. Morgan DeBoard will be aboard.
Falling off here in this inning.
And the 3-0 on the way will miss for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Jaylee Ojo.
Yeah, not what you're looking for here. Bases loaded now, 2 outs, so there's a force anywhere, but you got to.
Here comes the pitch, swung on and missed, and Ojo gets a strikeout to end the inning. The bases were loaded with 2 away, but no more scoring after that Oakland home run that we saw.
You got to try to get a run here in the middle innings.
Yeah, and Grace Baines with the lead-off single up the middle for Iowa, trying to get things started here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 on the way will be grounded off of Macy Richardson's leg, and the throw over the first is not in time. Jenna Young beats it out. Macy Richardson not feeling too great. Coming later in the day, hoping to fit this game in, as that one's going to be launched in the right center field. That'll get down. 4 extra bases. Grace Baines in to score for the Hawkeyes. Jenna Young going to the plate, and she will get tagged out by Minnesota. Jenna Young thought she was in there safely, frustrated, but Iowa tying up this game.
A good look of it right here, but a great piece of hitting there from Tori Bennett. Just put in the gap, 1 run scored, and that's a dangerous call sitting there with no outs. You still have a good part of your lineup here. We're going to get a good call right here. Did she get in there? It's tough to see with that angle. But
yeah, it looks like the catcher was blocking the plate with her left foot, which is what you want to do when you have the ball. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Sammy Diaz. She'll swing that one and pop it up over to third base. And Chavez will make the play. An easy catch there for her. Soft contact by Sammy Diaz. So runner on second. She'll swing that one and ground it over to Richardson in the circle. Richardson gets a throw over to first base in time for the 3rd out of the inning. So here comes the pitch from Jones. That'll be grounded over to Avery Jackson at third base, and the throw will beat the runner. A ground out to start out the inning for Iowa.
Good play there by Jackson.
That first pitch is going to miss for a ball. Oh, it did hit her. And Elke will take. Iowa definitely does not want to give Oakland a chance to square one up. So a 4-pitch walk for Oakland there. 2 runners on for Minnesota. And Kraft is going to fly that in the left field. That will be caught out there by Klosterman in foul territory. A great play, great running grab to get the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was going to stay fair or foul, but,
Here comes the 3-1. Way up high and finding the backstop. Breezy Burnett thinking about it, but did not try and take home there. So the bases are now loaded yet again here today. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That will be spiked in front of the plate again. Burnett thought about it, got almost halfway down the line and hustled back, got in safely back to third. The tag was late, but a 3-1 count now for Ojo. A lot of pitches missing the zone by a lot right now. How does she bounce back here?
Well, I mean, you got to come close to the zone here. If you're Minnesota, you're really patient. You don't want to chase anything. Anything close, you got to let the umpire decide there.
The 3-1 is going to miss outside. So the bases loaded walk, and Minnesota will take the lead 2-1 here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, and Ojo is still not out of damage yet because the bases are.
That one's going to be popped up over to third base. Avery Jackson underneath it, and she will make the play to win the inning for the Hawkeyes. Jaylee Ojo only allows one and gets out of that bases loaded jam. Avery Jackson had, and she came around to score. So the first pitch of Snippus' appearance, she faced Devin Bowman and plunks her. Devin Bowman will take first base for 3. Snippus threw 2 walks in that 1 inning of work. And Avery Jackson gets hit as well as she squared away, but that will be called a foul ball. And here's the pitch to Pogue. A bunt down to the pitcher. Over to first in time. A sacrifice bunt there to move the runners over to second and third. At bat, she struck out in the second. She'll ground that one. The ump said it's fair, but the third base umpire saying it did hit her. Which I thought it did when it happened. It hit her left ankle after, yeah, maybe the catcher getting in the way, trying to field the ball for the home plate umpire. But nonetheless, Roman will pop that up in the left field. Not deep enough for Bowman to tag up and try and score there. So the runners will stay. Second out of the inning there for Grayson. So Cameron Grayson coming in, getting 2 quick outs on the sac bunt and the pop up to left field.
Yeah, and Grace Baines, she
and has a little power. 2 home runs so far this year, and she will hit that one out to left field, but not enough juice underneath that one, as Breezy Burnett will make the play in left field to get Minnesota out of the inning. She put herself in the 4th. Delaney Cox will put that one in the center field. And the first at bat of the inning will be a single.
A good piece of hitting there, just right back where the pitcher puts it.
Here's the first pitch to Leshberry. She'll ground it over to second. Jenna Young over to second for the first out, and the double play is turned for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
That's a momentum shifter right there. You see the way.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, grounded over to shortstop. Bennett stops the ball and throws it over to first, but not in time. That'll be a base hit for Brooklyn Jones with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. On its way. That will be spiked into the ground and off the catcher into the backstop. And Jones is going to take 2 bases there on the wild pitch.
Good piece of aggressive bait.
So full count now. She'll put that one into the dirt as well, and that will miss for ball 4. Breezy Burnett gets a walk with 2 outs, and there are now runners on the corner for Minnesota as the top of the order comes up to the plate. Now she gets a chance with the runners on the corners and 2 away here in the top of the 5th, trying to get some extra padding on their lead. There'll be another wild pitch there, blocked by Pogue, but Breezy Burnett will take second base. To the star player, Jess Oakland. Don't want her to make contact on the ball, and Oakland will take the 4-pitch walk. And the bases are now loaded for Taylor Kraft. Hawkeyes, but Minnesota with the batter. They went up right now with the bases loaded. The full count and 2 outs. Runners will be on the way, and that one's going to be hit in the right field. It'll stay up and hang up there, and Roman will have enough time to make the play and get the out. So Haley Down loads the bases, but gets out of the inning. And the 0-2 will be hit hardly to third base. Nani Valencia over there at the hot corner wasn't able to make a play on that one as it bounced off of her and into the outfield. So base hit for the Hawkeyes, and Jenna Young to start off the bottom of the 5th. Bennett will lay down a bunt down first base line. And Minnesota will take the easy out. Delaney Cox, the first baseman, in there to field the ball. Diaz in a big situation here with Jenna Young on second and 1 away. Diaz grounds that one down the third base line. It will be foul. A 1-2 count. For Iowa, has a lot of experience. And the full count pitch is on its way. That one will be put in the right center field, and the ball will be caught over there. The throw over will get away from the third baseman, and Jenna Young around to score and tie up this ball game.
A good play out in center field by DeBoard. You know, he wasn't sure, what's the tag there. They had a good chance of getting her at third, but just got away. Jenna Young, good heads-up base running to score and tie this ball game up.
Yeah, and that ball was hit into mid right center field. Not usually deep enough where you think the runner's going to go, but Jenna Young, the aggressiveness to go on that. Comes the 2-0. That's going to be grounded over to shortstop. Jess Oakland grabs it cleanly and makes the throw over to first. Minnesota will get out of the inning, but the damage is done by the Hawkeyes. Jenna yesterday and only has 2 today. And is in danger of walking another one, but that one will be grounded down to line to third base. Avery Jackson makes the play, and the throw is in time to beat Strelo. In 35 games her freshman year and 45 her second, not starting in any of them, but coming in as a pinch hitter, as Chavez will ground that one down to Sammy Diaz, and that will be an easy out for the Hawkeyes, their second of the inning. That'll be a swing and a miss by the board. Haley Down gets a strikeout to end the inning, and we will be heading down to the bottom of the 6th after that 1-2-3 inning. There's been 6 runners left on base so far today for the Hawkeyes, and Devin Bowman will be on base to start the inning. The walk on the full count there. That'll be Grayson's second walk of the day. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Grayson. That'll be grounded over to shortstop Oakland over the second for the first out. And that'll be turned for a double play for Minnesota. Cindy Strelo with the quick transition over there at second base to beat Avery Jackson to first.
And the last thing you want to...
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be grounded over to Jess Oakland at shortstop. And the throw will beat Pogue to first. Minnesota allows a base runner to start off the inning, but gets out of that with a double play and a ground out to short. Jess Oakland far today has reached base in all 3 of her appearances. A walk in the second and the third. And in the 5th, she singled, but she'll pop that one up over to first base in foul territory, and Sammy Diaz will make the play for the first out of the inning.
Talking about that.
Hard. And the first pitch to Addison Leshber will be hitting to center field. That one will get down on the warning track and trying for second. The tag not in time. Addison Leshber in there with a double since the 5th inning. And Jones will ground that one over to third. Avery Jackson fields it cleanly and makes a throw in time. So 2 away now here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, big out there for the Hawkeyes.
Breezer Burnett squaring around. Pulls it back and swings away and pops that over in the shallow right field. And that will be caught by Tatiana Roman. 3 outs, only 1 double. Haley Down gets out of that double.
Here at Bob Pearl Field.
The 3-2 in there, strike 3, swinging. Cameron Grayson gets a strikeout to start the inning. And now it's the top of the order for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Here's the pitch. That'll be grounded over to shortstop. Jess Oakland fields it cleanly and over to first, beating the runner for the second out of the inning. Cameron Grayson with a quick 2 outs. And the 3-0 to Young. That one will miss outside. Jenna Young takes first base. And Iowa has the game-winning run on base.
Yeah, now you're in a situation with 2 outs where it's...
She's going to put that one in the right field, and that one will be caught by Valencia. Cameron Grayson walks Jenna Young, but gets through the rest of the inning without any issues. It's the 2-2 to Oakland. She'll ground that one down to Avery Jackson, and that throw will get way above her target. Oakland got ran into at first by Diaz when she was trying to make the play on the high throw. 1 pitch to Taylor Craft. She's going to swing on that one over to first. Diaz steps on the bag for the force out. And Maggie Werner just kind of gave up there. Knew she was done for. And that's a double play for the Hawkeyes.
Well, she kind of hesitated. Don't think she knew the situation as well as she probably should have. She hesitated there.
4th on a walk. Still yet to get a hit. And that one's going to drop. Not going to drop out there in right field. Tatiana Roman makes a sliding catch. She makes up for that drop foul ball she had earlier. And no runs across for Minnesota with a double play. And first time on base today. That'll be a walk. Sammy Diaz fired up. yelling into the Iowa dugout, trying to get some life out here.
I think she did. You see that on a biggest one all day right here.
And here's a full count pitch. That's up high. Oh no, the ump calls it a late strike. He took his time to call that one. Klosterman strikes out. Here comes the pitch from Hambrick. Bowman's going to ground that over to third base. The throw over to second to get the first out will be in time, but the throw to first won't. Devin Bowman beats that one out and keeps the inning alive.
Yeah, good hustle there from Bowman.
That grounder was hit too softly to have a chance to get Bowman out at first. Avery Jackson's going to line that one into right center field, but the play will be made by DeBoard. So we will head to the top of the ninth inning now, and it's still a 2-2 ball game. Both teams having great appearances by the relief pitchers. Batting .294 so far this season. Will swing at that one, and that'll be flown out in the center field, going back on the warning track and off the wall. It bounces over to the right fielder, and Chavez going for three. Will be in there safely for a triple to lead off the inning for Minnesota.
Yeah, and a good pitch.
Head RBI here in the top of the ninth, and no one out for Haley Down. That one's going to be driven into center field and get through for a base hit. Morgan DeBoard with the RBI single just scores Chavez.
Good piece of hitting there from DeBoard. We've seen it all afternoon, too. An aggressive approach there, swinging first pitch, brings around the go-ahead run.
So Minnesota takes the lead there, 3-2. Still no outs here in the top of the ninth, and that's Haley Down's first run allowed of the day. See DeBoard there with a little fist pump, rounding first base, and little two at bats prior to this. She struck out swinging in both of them. And she's going to put that one in the right field. A base hit. The throw in will hold the runner at third, but Valencia aggressive and gets all the way over to second.
Yeah,
here's the pitch from Haley Down. That'll be right back at Haley. She'll make the catch. The throw over to third base won't be in time together, but the second out. Great reflexes there by the Burnett settles in after the strike and awaits the pitch. She'll swing at that one, and that'll get through the gap between third base and shortstop. That will score a run. Burnett over to second on the throw in from the left fielder, Klosterman. And that hit right there bring home DeBoard to give Minnesota that 2-run lead.
I think Iowa should have tried to at least attempt to get that one off from Klosterman, as you knew Burnett was going to try to attempt to take second there, and there was no play at the plate. So, but now Gophers keep it with 2 runners in scoring position still.
It's a questionable choice again by an Iowa outfielder. At bat without Oakland getting an RBI hit.
Count 3-0, I think that's kind of the attempt, but.
And that won't be what they do, as Oakland will put that one all the way to the wall. 2 runs will come around and score, and Jess Oakland with the 2 RBI double.
And that's usually just a base hit there, a single, but with the way that how much rain we've gotten today, that ball flies.
It's wet. We look at this hit there, right past the shortstop and all the way to the wall. So Iowa will change their pitcher here. Kraft, who has been held quiet today by Iowa, and she will pop that one up to the shortstop. Bennett will make the play, and we will head to the bottom of the ninth. A quick out there for Andrea Jaskowiak. Well, Minnesota putting on 4. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be skied into center field, going back. DeBoard underneath, though, makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good charge there from Poga. Really good at bat.
And here comes the pitch to Roman. That'll be grounded over to the shortstop, Jess Oakland, but the throw was short and hard to get for that first baseman over there, Cox. And we are now in a 2-1 count with 1 away and a runner on first for Grace Baines. Baines going to pop that one up over to shallow right field. Right field coming in on it. Valencia makes the play. 2 outs now for Minnesota. So here comes the 0-2 pitch from Hamrick. That'll be swung on and hit in the shallow center field and down for a base hit. Jenny Young keeps this game alive and gives the Hawkeyes some life here in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. The bottom of the ninth to play in. Tori Bennett in a 2-2 count. JC Hambrick 1 strike away from closing it out for Minnesota. And Bennett lines it over to the shortstop. Jess Oakland makes the play to win the game.
Jess Oakland did it all today in the field, battled through injury. We saw the big home run she had, a huge difference maker for the Gophers.
Yeah, and so Minnesota has taken the first 2 of the series, and we play the series finale tomorrow here at Bob Pearl Field at 11 o'clock. On behalf of Big Ten Network and all of our friends in the studio,